Hey everyone, it's Liam Killen. This is sort of like a bonus round of my Teenage Engineering Modular 170 giveaway. I guess we'll call it like an extra thank you for everyone who participated. I really do appreciate your participation. It's just a great way for me to give back to you guys for your support, exchanging love, I guess. I've got a bunch of teenage engineering related content. I pretty much own all of their gear at this point. Pretty solid fanboy. I mentioned in my last video that if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments. I make sure to answer all of your questions, but I wanted to bring a few of them up in this video. The first question is from Sonny Quest. Hey Liam, love your vocals. Can I ask what effects chain you use for them? For vocals, I usually have bus ends for several different effects. Usually I have a longer reverb, a short kind of airy reverb to thicken up the vocals, a compressor, and some slap echo as well. And the reason why I have all these set up to bus ends is because I can control the exact amount of each effects that I want. You've got me thinking though, this is definitely something that I will bring up in another video. Stay tuned! The second question is from Elias Braun. Would you still buy the OP1 in 2020, and have you heard of the auto synth or any other alternatives? I have heard of the auto synth, although I haven't really dug into it yet. About the OP1, it's definitely still relevant in 2020. There are so many modern artists that continue to use it. It almost feels timeless. So thanks a lot for your questions. Same with this video, by the way. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm gonna answer all of them in the comments, and the good ones I'll answer in the next video. Okay, let's get on with it. Today we're gonna be looking into D-Box. Honestly, this drum synth engine is a little bit mysterious. I had a hard time finding anything out about it. There is some content going into D-Synth, but not so much D-Box. I've taken a look on Google, OP forums, other YouTube videos, and people just seem to be confused about this synth, and so they're steering clear of it, which I definitely think is a bit of a shame because it's the only way that you could construct your own sounds from scratch 100% within the OP1. We're sort of stepping into the sound design realm here as well. There are some kit presets that sample acoustic drums. You don't really get that same impression from D-Box. The first impression that I got is corky, glitchy, somewhat nerdy sort of sounds. Let's look at some presets. So these definitely sound like kicks. Those aren't really snares, but I guess you call them snares. These are hi-hats, I guess. So we're on the edge here. We're getting a little bit abstract with these sounds. To me, that's the beauty of D-Box. Because these sounds are a little bit more abstract, it kind of pulls you into more unconventional directions. Okay, so enough noodling, we're gonna step right into this. I'm going to demystify D-Box for you right here, right now. We're gonna start with a quick breakdown of the engine. We've got two enveloped oscillators that modulate each other. Each of them has pitch control, so the blue knob. You could also control the pitch of the second one by holding shift. Wave shape is the green knob. Same thing as before, you hold shift to get to the second oscillator. The white knob is an amplitude envelope. After that, you have a filter. The orange knob changes cross modulation between the two filters. Honestly, the orange knob is a bit of a mystery to me. Much like other teenage engineering products or engines, there's always a bit of mystery involved in there. A great example of that is the sketch sequencer. It's like, what the f? So as you can see, there's no shortage to work with here. We went from a kick sound, something like this, twisted a few knobs, ended up here. Just twisting a few knobs. So we're gonna take a look at two methods of actually creating your own sounds. By the way, sorry for the sweatiness here. We're having like record temperatures here in my hometown. Honestly, I'm not really prepared for this type of heat. It's 40 degrees Celsius. I'm not sure what that is Fahrenheit. And so yeah, sorry for the sweatiness. Okay, so like I said, two methods of creating your own sound. Here's the first one. So right now we have a kit If you want, you can make all of these keys neutral, so to speak. That way you're starting 100% from scratch. So to do that, hit a key. I'm gonna hit something that's relatively neutral. Let's go with this. So you could lift that and then copy it to other keys. So if you're like an absolute purist and you want to create these sounds from something completely neutral, that's how you do it. The second way to do it is just go to a preset. So I'm going to go to Applefly, let's say, and then you could tweak your settings from there. Either way, if you want to save that kit, I'm currently on kit 1, so I'm just going to hold it. And that'll save all your settings. To access that kit, Shift 8, and it appears in snapshots. It's kind of hard to keep track of which kit is which. You'd actually have to save this into your computer and then back on the OP1, name it the way you want. But we're not going to get into that today. Sorry. I sort of feel like being a purist right now, so I'm going to make everything neutral. And we need the basics right now, right? So kick, snare, hi-hat, and maybe 2 or 3 tones to work with. I'm gonna mess around and program a full beat using the element sequencer. I have a more detailed video here and in the description if you need some more demystification. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Let's add an effects to this. Getting real weird here. Let's record that. So like I said before, the first thing that comes to mind here is unconventional, but let's go with that. I'm going to start a new track here, and then we have our tones, right? Let's come up with something there. Let's record it. We've taken like 100 steps into the experimental realm. Let's try and pull it back into something a little bit more conventional. We're gonna add acoustic drums over top of this. We'll just hit up any old kit, maybe acetate. I really like where this is going. Let's record that. This is on track 1, by the way. Hopefully this demystifies D-Box for you guys a little bit. It's a great way to step into that experimental realm, and if you want to pull back a little bit, you could just add more conventional elements to your track. I'm going to throw you guys a bit of a curveball though to take this thing out. A fun curveball. I'm going to present 6 drum beats to you guys, all made with D-Box. Let me know which one's your favorite in the comments, and then check the description of this video to reveal your corresponding personality trait. Isn't that fun? Oh, and of course, like and subscribe.